Money, power, respect. Keep a lifeline, keep a lifeline. You ever call, I be there. I reach the stars from the stairs, yeah. I love when it's real, it's rare out here, yeah. I show love when it's real, it's rare out here, yeah. Seen it with my own two eyes, block status. Prayed it with my own two hands, that's magic. And I did it 10 toes down, that's man shit. Man shit, childish manish. Ooh, fuck it, dance then. Where your hands at, yeah, what's your fight go? Where your plans at, yeah, hit the iPhone. When you land, yeah, this alright.
This is a beat that I can freak, just drop the rails. Bless a nigga with the ill. Y'all niggas know my skill. Action from the grills, hit 'em up, split 'em up, wet 'em up, and watch 'em come, get 'em up, shut 'em up. When you do dirt, you get dirt. Bitch, I make your shit hurt, step back like I did work. This ain't no fucking game, you think I'm playing? Till you land, to where the junkyard decaying. Mom's at home praying, you're coming home, but you not. You sitting up in the trunk, starting to rap. And hell is hot, oh, because I'm here now, baby. It's going down, baby. Get the 4 pound, baby, and let off up in the nigga. Especially if he think he bigger. Get my motherfucking trigger. Can I get mine? Is it gone? DMX represent me one time. It's on.
Hey now, it's me, Dee Dee. Welcome to the Hookah Lounge. It's a Saturday. You know, I always say I love to end my Sabbath with you guys here in the Hookah Lounge. Oh, my light is purple. I don't know if you could tell that I have a purple light today. Finally got to use my background lights with my little blinking lights. So, I don't think Angela's gonna make it today. She sent me a text message. I was kind of running all over the place. She was getting off work kind of late, so I don't know if she's gonna make it today. And we are going to have the lovely Monica pop in. She'll be here about 6:30. But until then, we have the wonderful Miss Tiff with us tonight. There she is. Hey, beautiful.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I'm good, girl. I got Justice here today, so you know. I was trying to hurry up and set up here at the table. So I'm so glad that you're here with us tonight.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah, I don't know. Tiff has been here with us before, so this is not her first time with us. So, and I wanted you to do another show that we did a couple weeks ago, but I was like, Money, Power, Respect. Good topic. So I think we Get Your Life Right. I wanted you to come on and do with us. Yeah. me and my titles. Hey, what's up, Straight Shooter? How you doing, family? I call them family. What's up, family? I never start the show like I'm like super calm. I haven't in a while. Like been sitting here for like 15 minutes. I'm always just sitting in the chair, and the music starts playing. So again, this is Tiffany. We call her Tiff. Angela's. I don't think she's showing up. Like I said already. So if everyone's looking for Angela or for LaLa, if she shows up, she's gonna be late because, like I said, she was just getting off work. But I do have my wine tonight. Someone said, Didi, you drink? Like, yes. I just don't drink on the show often. Because I like to have a level head. You know, I'll start getting super giggly. So, but I do have Eric had Stella Rosa in the refrigerator. So I stole me a glass. What's up, OG Steve? So I got me a little bit with my little conversations in the Hookah Lounge glass. So we're going to take, I don't know if I want to toast to money, power, or respect tonight. I am tossing out that toast, how we start the show. I've been starting the show with like cranberry juice or pineapple juice, but tonight I'm toasting up to money, power, and respect. If you have it, you don't have it, you better try to get one of them. Cheers. Girl, Stella Rosa is so good. When I was in the apartment across the street, that market, it had like a whole row of wines. Woo! I was a backstreet wino for a little while. I couldn't hear you, babe.
Oh, I said what kind? Like,
I don't know. It was pink.
oh,
I didn't even check.
the rose.
Oh, here's to the breeze that blows through the trees. A toast to y'all. That's right, straight shooter. So, straight, I'm about to start reading your book because I'm about to get back on my YouTube channel. I looked on there. I haven't been on in a month. So, it's time to get working again. I be looking at G's inspirational things. I was like, girl, February went like every day. It seemed like every day something new was going on that had me off my stuff. But you're the first book I'm going to review, straight shooter. Don't trip. So let's get into these. Monica can just catch up. Yeah, and I haven't done a sneak peek. I know people are like, where the heck is her sneak peeks at? I'm stuck at chapter 4. What's going on? But I'm coming back. Honestly, I'll be back next week. I just need to shoot the video, and I have learned how to do it without Eric because I don't need him anymore. Hey, Monica, we're waiting for you. Okay, so here we go. Monica, when you pop in, just pop in. Here we go. This is the first question is, would you rather have money, power, or respect? And when I wrote this question, my answer was one thing, and then I changed it when I sat down.
What was your answer?
My first one was money, right off rip. When I wrote it down, what was you? I said money, which would be like anyone's first, I would think. But I think most people would say power.
Got you.
But I've had power. It's not all it's cracked up to be. So
and money is?
No, I changed my answer to respect.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've been to the point where I made a lot of money and I had a lot of power through my job. It was too easy, and I had an emergency fund. I had a savings account. I had a vacation fund. I had my retirement funds, and I still was able to take care of 5 kids and have a big house. And I still have money in the bank from when I got paid to when I got paid again. So to me, coming from the ghetto, I was doing good. I was doing well at work. So I didn't have like Bezos power or money, but coming from where I came from, I thought I was doing well. But at the end of the day, I'd rather have the respect, because at work, people, now that I'm gone, and you talk to people and they thank you for the help that you gave them, or you run into a kid that thanks you for, what's up, Westside Judah, for what you did for them. Or I was talking to my niece, which is what made me change my answer, who thanks you for the insight that you gave her, or you look at your kids, or just people that come back and you like, I didn't realize the money and the stuff that you had wasn't important. Like at work, I could go to any, somebody gave me a compliment. I went to the chief and told him I got a compliment. He made him change it. Hey, Cassia. So I could, pretty much get whatever I wanted at work. And to me, I'd rather have, like, I respect what you did for me. I respect how you treated me. That seemed to be a little more important. And you don't have people like mistreating you. Like, I have my issues. Like, I could be standing next to you and the next minute I'm on the ground. And people don't say, girl, get up. What is wrong with you? They're like, are you okay? So I went to respect. So
when you first hit me with this, I was just like, none of this shit matters to me. Because I respect myself, and that self-respect draws people to respect. So that will also lead to power and money if that's what you're chasing.
Right,
But
right.
there are different forms of power, right? So there's coercive power, there's reward power, there's expert information power, legitimate power. Whatever type of power that it is, you have to define what type of power you're chasing. So you want how all these crooked pastors are getting all of these sheep to give them so much money. It's because they respect them, and then they have the power of coerce them, giving them money because the money is for the Lord. So they're broke.
Right.
They don't have any.
Right.
They've convinced thousands of churchgoers to give them money. So
when you can say congregation, I need a new plane to take me here and there, and your congregation just gives you money for a plane. Yeah, you
right. And then you think about the presidents. How many of us knew about Barack Obama before he became president? Not many of us, right? Exactly.
Nobody. I didn't know who he was.
And he was rewarded a certain level of power. He still didn't control anything. He was just taking that power. So many of us.
Everybody thinks the presidents have so much control. They don't.
Right. So we give them respect. We give him respect because of the position that he was in. So all of these depends on who you are, your chasing, and your info. So for me, I've had, like the same for you. I've had money. I've had the power depending on the position that I was in. I had power based off who I was connected to. I can call this person and make it happen. You know, I had respect based on who I was related to or who I was affiliated with. Oh, that's Tiff, or however the case may be. Same for you, same for whoever. It just depends on what it is to where these three are even relevant. You know what I mean? You find people out here chasing money like it's running from them. Like, stay away from those people because they don't have self-respect and they know that they have power and they're never going to get that money because they have the respect to go about to see what exactly they're chasing and why. So,
it's just like Keisha. I'm sorry. I've been calling you Kessia all this time. It's Keisha. Girl, I'm sorry. I like Kessia. That's so cute and pretty, but Keisha's cool too. I want to get to the comments. That's someone talking to somebody else. But Westside Judah said, where did he go? Gee, I put it up in the comments. Oh, power isn't all it's cracked up to be until you tell that to the powerless. That wasn't the one he put up. It was something about a judge. You can't sit in the courthouse with respect. Judges respect powerful. Well, judges respect the attorney with the money, not the one that they give you for free. And then Straight Shooter said, with the mind I got now, integrity I maintain, and respect I have for self and give to others, I'll take that. The money. I'll take the money. Oh, you'll take the money instead of respect, Straight Shooter? I always say money, when people say I'll make certain comments about money, like rich people, I said rich people aren't necessarily happy. They just can pay for good psychiatrists and good Zoloft. So I don't know. Being rich isn't all it's cracked up to be. What's that? The one the Amazon guy got divorced and had to give his wife half of everything. And then that goes into what you were just saying. I was going to ask, which is more important, money, power, or respect? Because, people get to trying to figure out what they... hey, Ellie, I didn't see you in here. Temporary pleasures. Right. Because I don't know, like, how far can power get you? How far can money get you? I think people that aren't respected truly don't get far in life. You're not going to, at work, they're not going to respect you. You don't have a certain level of caveat about yourself. I don't care how much money you have.
How many self-made millionaires or people that are in power respected? You got people
because no one respects a Twitter guy.
So it doesn't matter about, not having power or being respected in the workplace. If money is what you're chasing, then you can be a multimillionaire without power or respect. It's just, that's what you wanted. Like the young man said before, he has self-respect and integrity and all that other stuff, so he'll just take the money. So his pursuit of his life is being a millionaire or whatever he chooses to be. And it doesn't matter about having power or influence over others. It's just what I want out of life. So I just think it's just depending on.
You could be self-sufficient, or like you could have lots of money and never leave your house. So it doesn't matter if you have power or respect, because you got everything you need and you don't like socialize with anybody. And, I don't know why Will Smith just popped into my head. Because you said it. I love Will Smith, but not like because I know him, but he's got like 3 movies I think were really, really great. But he had money. Will Smith had power, and still nobody respected Will Smith. Like they would go see his movies. Like my little brother said, Will Smith was like the Denzel Washington. No, he said he was the man like most people wanted to be. He was like the black man for our community. I said, no, he wasn't. He really wasn't. I don't know where you got that, because my little brother was so disappointed in what Will Smith did. And I was like, you putting him on the category of like someone like Denzel Washington. Like, if you're looking for an example to be once you've made it famous and you're a person of color, wouldn't you look to Denzel Washington? Who looked to Will Smith? Like, that's my guy right there. He represents the community.
I mean, what are we looking at them for? But I get what you're saying, but it's
because he was like trying to say that's, the representation of our people. Will Smith? When?
All these things are objective to the person. So,
and
yeah,
I never ever looked at Will Smith like a representation of anything. I like that movie when he did with his son. I like that movie when he was in the bathtub. I forget the name of his movies. But no, I never looked at Will Smith as like the pillar of my community, ever. So that's when you were talking about like respect. I lost absolutely no respect for Will Smith when he smacked Chris Brown, because I didn't have that much respect for Will Smith before it happened. So I don't know. Oh, get jiggy with it. You said it was I don't know. And that's because, can you have power without money? And that's a really interesting question. Can you have power without money?
Absolutely.
Because
low bit pimps who have 3 hoes, they got power to control these women. That's power. Power comes in all different shapes and sizes. It comes in all different forms. Just because they're not the rich of the rich, you don't really realize the people that are in power in America, in this world. They don't have to say shit. They don't have to do shit. They make a claim or something. You don't even know who they are. You don't know what they look like. That's power.
Oh,
that's power.
And what I always say, they're like, my mom was like a little 4 foot nothing, and when she was in her prime, that little lady could command. She walked into a room and people wanted to know who she was. Those are powerful people. People that can control situations. They stay calm. Power, money equals route to all most evil. Respect is the foundation for positive personal, social, business interactions and relationships. That, Ellie, I love when you come up with you bring certain things to light. Power, and I'm gonna go into something totally different that just popped into my mind. Why do certain people follow gang members? It'll be like the smallest dude, and he runs a whole gang. You'll see like the dorkiest person run a whole company, and you're thinking, how did this dude get this whole company up and going? Power is perception, and people think that certain people aren't powerful, but there's a certain characteristic about somebody that makes you a leader. There are certain people in this world. There are leaders and there are followers, and a lot of leaders aren't always the most. Don't have the biggest envy. Yeah. it takes a certain kind of person to lead, and you to be a leader, you have to be confident. You got to be powerful. You got to know how to speak. You got to know how to treat certain people. You got to how to get things done. And eventually, that power could take you to great things, but you don't start off that way. And you always see it in little kids. Like if you see little kids playing, and you see how they interact and how they do things, you can always pick out who the one is that's going to be the leader, and you can see who runs the group that has the most power. And I always peek little things out. At my job, I used to have to work in a different building every day, and I used to just sit and watch breakfast and figure out who was the one. You know,
how power, you got to think about what exactly power is. Power is the ability to influence. So anybody can have power, whether he's a small little man or whatever the case may be. He was able to influence a group of people to say, that is that guy. He is that guy. He is him. Mm-hmm. You know, so he's able to influence a group of people or influence a culture of people. Look at Beyonce. Mm-hmm. If she say go left, everybody gonna go left, to the left, and all this shit. All the women start doing it. But if Beyonce was not in her position, she would not have all that power, which is her influence, her ability to influence over us.
Man, Stephen A. Smith said something. He thought Rihanna was more talented than than Beyonce. I do too, personally. But they darn near, he got hit. Her little beehive tore him a whole new one. Like, he's not entitled to, I don't like Stephen A. Smith anyway. But, like, that's how much power she holds. And she has not paid these people a dime. And they have to pay $500 to go see her in concert. That's how much power this woman holds. Crazy, right? Mm-hmm. I don't get it. Like a litter of puppies, you can tell the balls from the run. Oh, yeah. You can.
People that chase power because they don't feel powerful themselves. They don't have that feeling that I am within themselves. They need other people to validate their existence, who they are, and what they stand for. So
that is so on the money, Tiff. Those people that seek to be so powerful and make people bow down to them, I always say they are the least powerful of them all. And I say that about Diddy. When Diddy had those kids go get him a pie from whatever, that was not teaching them the rap game. That was your insecurities. You know, and for a lot of these old timers that used to be that used to have it and they don't anymore, and they're trying to succumb to younger people that do have it, and they keep trying to floss, like you said, chasing what they used to have or chasing to get something. It's your insecurities that try to make you do things to other people or try to prove that you have what you have and you really don't. And most of us can see right through it. It's their insecurities. You hit that on the nose. Oh, yes, definitely. Because, you know, most people that have that certain something, they don't have to prove it. You could just see it. Right. You know, yes. And then this is something, can you, and I don't know if I worded this right, can you manifest what you want? Like, can you, like, the money, the power, or respect? Like, you know, people do, I don't do vision boards, but I do have a list of crap I need to get done. But can you manifest what you want? Like, if you want to have a certain amount of money, can you, like, think, I would say pray that into fruition. You know, I don't pray for power, but can you manifest the respect that you deserve? Like, if you walk into a situation and you every day and you see that you're not getting what you want, is that the right way to put, like, what I'm trying to ask?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but the basic word for that is faith. So faith, what people call manifest what you want. So you walk by faith. You don't have it yet. You don't see it, but you're claiming it to be as though it were. So
right.
That's the definition of faith. So,
because that's why I said I would just pray for it. But yeah, faith. You have to have your faith to get you. Because I know they say do a vision board so you can see what you want, and I've never really done that. I just write down what I need to get done so I could see it. But yeah, if I'm struggling with something, I definitely have to start praying for it.
Well, it's definitely, for me, it's faith, but also without works is dead, right? And without even getting, you know, spiritual spirituality and scripture for me is that, but also I know that you have to put in that dedication. You have to work for what you want to be. I had a flexible childhood. We had money, we didn't have. We went through this. My parents were married, they divorced. We went here, we went there, homeless there, had a house there. So big house, little house. We went everywhere. But when I got to a certain age, I got to college, I said, these are the circles I want to run in. This is the college that I want to go to because I want to be around these people. I want to earn this amount of money. And then once I graduated, I told myself, I had gained so much money. I was in these circles. I had this career, and I was like, I'm never going to be broke again. I'm never going to be broke again. And I was never in a position to where I couldn't think for myself or where I couldn't put myself back on top. And so now these past couple of years, I've been at a consistent level, but that's because I had to grind to get here. So you can't just say, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to do this and then just sit back and wait for it to come in your lap. No, that's never going to happen.
There's a story I always say that people are sitting there wait. It's not gonna come knock on your door, and I never know the parable by heart, but it's like there's a storm and there came a boat and there came a helicopter. Three things came, and the guy died. And he gets to heaven. He said, "Lord, I was waiting for you to save me." He's like, "Dude, I sent you a helicopter. I sent you a boat. I sent you a lifeguard." So your chance comes several times, and if you don't see it, it's just gonna pass you by. And we have similar stories. I went from rags to riches. I would say my mom was the rags and my daddy was the riches, and I watched my mom. Hey, Vanessa. I watched my mom struggle so much to where she would leave us home as kids to go to school alone. I'm like, I'm in kindergarten, so she'd go to school to better herself. And I said, I'm never going to I've been homeless, I dropped out of school, I done been everything, and I said I'm never going to be that person again. So I had to work very hard. I too went to college with 4 kids. And I said, if I can do this for my kids, I'm never going to put my kids in situations that we lived with people, then people lived with us. So I was like, I'm gonna do my best. It makes you a fighter. It makes you stronger. It makes you powerful.
Right.
It makes, I always say that. That's why I said, I don't know what's more important. You want to be respected. You always, I think that's my biggest shortcoming, that if you disrespect me, I'm better now. If you disrespected me before, there was ass whooping coming behind it. Now I can kind of look and say, get beneath me, you're an idiot. I've grown up a lot, but I was you could do a lot of things. You could get away with a lot of things. It was just the disrespect was the one thing I came very short with. Hey, JM. But I've gotten older to the point where I can take it to a certain, you can only go so far with that disrespect though, to where I'll call you on it and then I'll eliminate you completely. Because my life is kind of peaceful to where I'm old and sunshiny. The highlight of my day was hanging this up. That was stressful. So I like my little calm life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
no, it's the same for me. So before, the same, like disrespect now is negotiable. So, but now I'm in a place in my life, I have so much self-respect for those around me. I don't need that validation from you. You can say what you like, do what you like. It's not going to move me. I know who I am.
And it used to, that's right. Like, I know who I am, so I don't really care what you say about me anymore. But it was, if you lied on me, I used to, my dad used to say I should be a lawyer. I used to prove that you were lying on me. I had a lady at work. She said I had done something that I didn't do in a meeting, mind you, in front of a supervisor or a bureau chief. And I went back to work, and this is how petty I was. See, I was a really good secretary. I went back to work, and every email that I sent her that she said that I didn't, I sent to him, and I did it one at a time. And he called me and said, "Okay, I get it."
Yeah.
Because I keep everything. So please remember, I was a good secretary. I keep everything. He said, I get it. Okay. You were telling the truth. So now I just say, I know you lying. The Most High knows you lying. And I don't have to prove anything anymore. Because my daddy had always told me, he's told me to stop doing that, because he said, explain yourself one time. And that is it. So if I answer you one time, I'm not going to answer you ever again. That's it. Period, point blank. If you didn't like the answer you got, you thought I need to prove more, I'm just not. Because if I have to prove more, I'm going to embarrass you. Right. And I learned, my daddy was like, girl, I was 5 years old. From 5 to 18, 19, he was like, you need to be a lawyer. Stop proving your case all the time. Even if my dad was wrong, I was going to prove it. He's like, stop. And then I had a memory back then we didn't have stuff like that. I have a memory like an elephant, not anymore. So I learned to keep receipts for real. So at work they learned, don't email her nothing, because she gonna keep it. So funny. But I've changed. Now, girl, I'm old and I just don't care. I just don't care. So that, when it comes to respect, I just, it's really important to me. I guess because I'm so old. I think I put in my time. Like I said, I went to prom with Moses, so. Oh, do people with money, do you think they buy loyalty and respect?
Of course. To an extent. Yeah, that it pays to keep people around. It pays to have an entourage. Those people, they're not there for free. They're getting something out of it. So you're either buying them copious amounts of liquor, alcohol, drugs, or whatever to keep them around, to keep them thinking about you. It pays, and that's it's funny. I saw an interview with Cardi B, and she was saying people always ask her, why don't you donate to charities? She's like, do you know how much it costs? Like, it pays to have the best designers, all these clothes, my entourage, my security. So it's like, what? Yeah. So when you get money and you're in a position where people allow you to have this power or influence over them, you want to keep it, because ultimately it feels great. It feels good. But
for people to talk you up and not be honest with you?
Go ahead.
For people so you're paying for people to talk you up. You would rather, okay, this is like my brain just exploded. So you'd rather pay for your entourage and for people to talk you up than
so not necessarily giving them money to compliment you, but to follow you, hang out with you. In payments in the form of alcohol, drugs, or giving them bags, or giving them this and that, so that they're there. You think people just want to be there? I mean, some people do.
No, I don't like to hang out with people that much.
It's like, who really does? Yeah, I got,
and and this is not me. I got 2 best friends, one from high school and one since before Eric was born. And we'll FaceTime each other or talk. I was texting one earlier today. But I hung out with the one from high school once a month before COVID. And the one from since before Eric, like I would spend like a week with her. And then I would just talk to her on the phone like once a year. But we talk all the time. But my thing is, how can you be so selfish that you would rather hang out, party, go shopping with your entourage than to donate to charity? You're going straight to hell. I'm sorry, that's not my place to say. I'll take that back. I don't know. I can't judge nobody. But that just sounds so selfish. Do you know what I mean? And superficial.
It's cost to stay in power. So you have people with money without power. You have respected people that have power. You have people with power that don't have respect. So it's like, look at Donald Trump. Like, he has power, but where's the respect?
And he keeps everyone, because no one respects him. He keeps everyone around him that won't tell him the truth, which is so sad. Like they tell him what they want him to hear. Same with Kanye West. You keep people around you that say what you want to hear, and it's detrimental to you. I don't want anyone around me that can't say, girl, you bugging right now. Oh, girl, you tripping right now. Ooh, you shouldn't. Hey, Monica, love.
Sorry, I'm just running from the gym. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired, but it's a good tired though. Hi, everybody.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you were able to jump in with us.
Yes.
But if someone can't be honest with me, I don't want you to be my friend. I don't want you in my circle. I don't want you in my life. Because you got me out there wild and looking dumb, and then you sit in the background and say, "Oh, she look dumb as hell." She look, and you got me out there looking dumb, give me bad advice, have me doing bad things. That don't make no sense. People respect him so much they try to hang the vice president for, for him. Yeah, hang Mike Pence. Who does that? That's so sad. I don't even like Mike Pence, and I feel so bad for Mike Pence. They had a don't do that. That's sad. Hang Mike Pence. Poor Mike Pence. I know he was he wish he had on a diaper that day. He was running for dear life. Like, please don't hang me. Please don't hang me. I just unplugged something. But I don't care who you know, I'm not a Democrat or Republican, and I didn't want no one hanging Bush, Cheney, you know, Obama, Clinton. You know, I really don't like Clinton. Don't hang Clinton either. What is going on in this world? That was so sad. And that's power. He has so much power that he can convince people to hang a man who didn't do nothing wrong.
And it's the same with Kim Jong-un. Like, people, and he came into power because he convinced everybody that he was not born of a man or a woman, and he descended from heaven. So with this spiritual enlightenment,
who was that?
Kim Jong-un. Look it up.
Kim Jong-un. Okay.
Really? I never even heard that.
I didn't know that either, and I thought I paid attention to stuff.
Yeah. His first story is that he descended from heaven and has this mural. It's like a place of worship. It's not necessarily worship, but that's why I put it in quotes. And so it's a tourist site where he dropped. Yeah.
I need a drink with that one. I thought he was the one that killed his brother.
No, I'm talking about the way that he was born, the way that he presumed was born. In that sense, so
that he was born not a man or a woman, like he's like Ken and Barbie, like you know, you ever look at a Ken and Barbie? That's mad crazy. Wow. You learn, hey, on the Hookah Lounge, you learn something new every day. Wow. I mean, I know his terrible politics, but I didn't know that. Yeah. That's insanity. And they voted for him.
Of course.
But how would he think that if his father was regime first, you know what I mean? So if his father passed down the throne to him, which I mean, so I don't consider it a throne, you know, but like the regime and in the power, I should say, how the leadership, how was he born that way? Like, I don't understand how.
Not about what's true. It's in the world. If you sit back and watch, it's not about what's true. It's about what can convince people to.
Yep.
All the rappers rapping about who they done killed.
No, that's just for what I see. That's just a manipulation to control others.
That's how you get in.
So, and you plant the seed, and so when the seed's planted, and then it's just like the media, you know, if you watch stuff enough, it becomes your mentality, your mindset. Yep. And so if the seed was planted and they don't know any better, you know, they don't know any better. So when they're born, that's why it's propaganda. It's a regime. It's you do what they say or else. So, and they live in fear, and they live, you know, I mean, because
it's that fear. Look at Putin. So, it's his uncle. Okay, I know he killed somebody to keep his little.
I know. I heard about that too. I didn't know who it was. his brothers, and then he has a sister too. So
yeah, his sister is like him though, isn't she? But I mean, that's how these what are they called? Not autocrats, but are they autocrats? How they stay in power? You know, by fear and manipulation. Like that's
anywhere you go. I mean, that's in a relationship, that's in a friendship. You got narcissistic people, you know what I'm saying?
Narcissistic people. And in friendships too, sometimes your friends can manipulate you into a way. That's why I got friends and I got homegirls. I got 2 friends. And then I got a couple of homegirls, you know,
that's
but
cool.
no. Because your friends can manipulate. Like if you get into something with, like, when I have a homegirl, like she had me really believing. I love you though, girl. If you watching, I hope you don't. I'm talking about you.
Oh no!
Like every time something would happen, she would be like if we went out and did something, it'd be like, damn, D, like if you wouldn't have did this, you wouldn't have did that, shit wouldn't have popped up. That was your loud mouth. But then I'd be like, well, she did get loud, and then I kind of escalated it, like. Don't be talking about homegirls. So she had me always believing, like, okay, well, maybe it was me. Like, if I would have just not been as loud, like, I wouldn't have, like, escalated it. It probably wouldn't have. And she really had me believing for a long time that I escalated every situation. Then I was like, if you wouldn't have started it, I wouldn't have had your back. So you had to say, I'm never going out with you again. So next time you out loud and you get beat up, and you ain't got no backup, you can't say, you know, Dee escalated it to a whole different autocrats. Thank you, OG Steve. You can't say Dee the one who escalated it and it wouldn't have went to we all now getting put out. So you watching, girl, I love you. You watch that playback. I said, you know, I still got your back. You know, I always had your back. So that's why, you know, you can't get a friend that can manipulate you into saying, it was my fault. I did. So you gotta watch your friends sometimes, because they could always flip it to like it was you. And I'm the type of person to be like, because I do make situations worse. So I like, oh, was me. So I've grown to just be silent. Yeah. So I've grown up a lot since then. I was young and dumb, and I'm a lot quieter now. I'm slow to anger now. Now I just kind of laugh at you like, you silly as hell. So it took a lot of patience and prayers though. To change my ways. Yeah, because we're a lot alike. So okay, this one. We kind of already answered this one with Cardi B. Will people do more for money than humanity?
Of course.
Yeah. Will people do more for money or humanity? Yeah, Cardi B kind of killed that question off. Is everybody like that though?
I mean,
because there are some people that everyone can't be like her.
What'd you say?
Everyone can't be like that.
I can't, but I'm not with everyone.
I could never be like that. But you know what? I really never cared for I used to like Dwayne Wade, but I don't like his ass anymore. But it was the other one. He plays for the Lakers now. I got my reason for Dwayne Wade. Did you hear that stupid? Let me not talk about that speech. Him and his demonic wife. I jumped. What's the other one? Plays for the Lakers now.
LeBron James.
I didn't like LeBron James. I don't even know him, so I can't say I like him. But when I started hearing the stuff that somebody, that little Candace, whatever, has said something like he needs to. I want to see him build a house where he grew up. Well, girl, he did. And a school. And he took over a theater and rebuilt it. So he does a lot of stuff for his community. So there's one. He does a lot. He gives back, and he's got enough. He's a billionaire now, isn't he? I don't know either. I don't pay attention to these people. I just... Like we used to do Hot Topics, and I couldn't do a Hot Topic because I don't really pay attention to these famous people. But I know And the only reason I know he does all of that stuff is because Candace White, whatever Candace, I don't like to give her enough air, but she tried to criticize people who get money don't give back, and somebody came in and spoke and like, you shouldn't have brought LeBron into your conversation because LeBron gives it back to where he grew up. So there's one. He discounts Cardi now. So, and Cardi came from nothing, like the gutter. Like, I mean, you would think that would be important to you.
But that just goes to show, you know, despite how she did it or what she did, she just was determined. You know, she had a determination, and I think anybody could reach any kind of limit. I mean, there shouldn't be no limit in our life, you know, if you believe. But because of your determination and the hard work you put in, and I know a lot of it is not. I mean, the way she did it, I probably wouldn't go about it like that.
You me tell you how she did it.
My journey is probably more slow and steady. You know, I'm not in a race with no one else. I usually consider myself just doing my own path of what God has called me to do, and I just focus on that. You know, I don't really pay attention to who's going. You know, it's like I'm kind of like that turtle. You know, as long as I finish the race, I'm good. You know, I'm not really in competition with no one. I'm pretty much in competition with growing within my own self and trying to just be determined and to, you know, continue to move forward and let the past go. And those are the things that I compare to how I was yesterday and how I'm going to be tomorrow. You know,
right. I know Cardi B's story. Cardi from the Bronx. I'm from New York. I kind of followed Cardi B.
She was because a lot of people didn't believe in her.
Right, and I want to like clarify my stance. I don't give a damn that she doesn't give to charities because whatever she does in the background, we don't know how much of her family that she takes care of or her situation or whatever. So that's I was just stating.
She takes care of her sister. I know that.
To a charity either, I would give directly to those people. These days, you know, charities are ran by people who have ulterior motives that are selfish. You know, that has to do with people that they claim to be helping. So that's my.
Yeah, I used to give to the Union Rescue Mission because I like them. What's up, Big D?
Say about Cardi B too. Like, it was shocking to see her in Target, you know, and all the money that she has, she's still shopping in Walmart and Target. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that makes her smart.
And I mean, to me, like, that just shows a little humbleness. Maybe she's, you know, she probably doesn't show as much, but she's holding on to some kind of value, core value of. Just because she has money doesn't mean that she has to go.
Yeah, all those cars that they flaunt, a lot of people don't know they didn't buy those cars. Those cars are, they rent them, they put them on the gram, and they show them off, and they don't buy those cars.
Social media, you can act like you have a certain type of life, but people don't really know what goes on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. You know, a lot of people are, you know, it's just what it looks like. You know, it's not really always what it is.
Yeah, I was gonna piggyback off what you said, Monica. Like, you're slow and steady, but you know, you really have to surround yourself. Like, you don't have to be with them in the same room. But I watch it like I'm a writer and an author. I read a lot of books. First, I own my own business. Now that I write, I watch a lot of videos. Like, I surround myself. When I say surround myself, I get more knowledge on things that I do. Things that I like. I watch a lot of videos on how to sell books, write books, promote books, you know, to be a better writer. I like certain authors. I watch their stories on how they became best-selling authors. So I love, me and my son, we watch political shows. We go back and forth. That's how I wrote that book, Political Porn. He's like, Mom, you need to write a book about this. So things that I like that interest me to make me smarter. I read a lot. My iPad, I read the laws that pass. I like to be really smart on the things that I want to know that interest me. Investments, like your money. So when I say surround yourself, you don't have to be in the room with these people, but these people write books. You can go on any YouTube channel and learn how to Like if you don't know, like I did not know how to form my book properly.
Education is free, you know. It's
And
just,
I went on
because it's the same thing if you go to college. You know, you're going to college. Like I was sharing with my daughter the other day, because I just did her you know, her FAFSA, and we're trying to find ways of not getting loans. You know, so we're trying to cover her education, all this stuff. And I'm kind of teaching her, and I shared with her. I said, you know, you're in high school. You know, that's a public school, or whether you go to private school, it just depends. I went to private school, but with her, she's in public school right now. She's going to graduate. She's a senior, and, you know, she's having fun with her friends and all this good stuff. But I told her, I said, look, when you go to college, you're paying for that. So you need to pay attention, because the teachers don't care if you learn or you don't learn. I said, you're putting money into that. You need to stay focused. You know, and
you know, the smartest thing my professor told me, I was in junior college because I had 4 kids. And he said, what most people don't understand, it doesn't matter what schools you go to for your first 2 years. It matters what's on the last 2 years. So he said the smartest thing to do is take all of your general education classes in a junior college and stop taking out loans for these expensive schools for 4 years. He said, you go to a junior college, knock out those general ed classes, then whatever your major is in, you go for the last 2 years and stop picking up all this debt. Smartest thing he ever told me. And I started telling people this.
And these days, you don't even need to go to school. You know, you can learn on your own. You can take a course, and because I did online, I taught myself, and I'm paying these people all this money, you know, and it's like, but see, no one taught me. You know, no one taught me, and I had to learn on my own. And so, but it's okay. You know, I mean, by the time I'm done, I'm going to make enough money to afford to pay it back. So I'm not worried about that. You know,
and you know, depending on what you want to do in life, like everyone isn't meant for college. Some people, there's trade schools for you.
Yeah,
you know, and now they have all these jobs that they're opening up, that these construction jobs, whatever it is that they, for this infrastructure bill that just passed, that you can be hired now with just a high school diploma. They made it a point that these new jobs that just landed, that they cannot require a college degree, that you have to hire people that only have a high school diploma. And I said, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope, because there's a lot of people nowadays that don't have college degrees. And I think that like when they raised minimum wage, and I was like, hey, that's like I went to college. You guys gotta be glad you're getting $15 an hour, because I made $3.25 when I first started work.
I started at $8.25.
I was gonna say I started at $6.50 when I left my first husband. $6.50. So my son was like, $15 ain't enough. You better take your butt out there and make that $15 an hour. Because you know how long I went to school to make how much money I was making? Yes. You better go make that $15 an hour. But yeah, but anyone that's planning to get a bachelor's degree, take those first 2 years in the junior college. Because the only thing that matters is at the end of those 2 years what's on your diploma, not the whole 4 years. That's just.
And you can even get a job without a degree. You just have to know how to speak for yourself. You just have to know how to represent yourself. You know, first impression. You got to know what you're talking about, because you got people who have degrees that have no clue what they're doing, and you got someone who just comes from, you know, like having the experience and already doing it. Because some people just have the education. They haven't even really had the hands-on. And then you got the other people who come with the experience without a degree that can do way more than someone who just went to school. You know, so it just depends. It depends on like for me, you know, in the career that I'm in, I took a trade school, and, you know, and I get paid as much as a manager, and they get mad, but it's not my fault that you settle. You know what I'm saying? And if I know how to talk, and if I know what I'm doing, and I master my work, and I put in, and I bring money into the company, then I'm expecting you to pay me for that. You know, and so they get upset because they're like, you know, and they start treating me indifferent. And I know I'm from the streets. You know what I'm saying? I could smell that a mile away, but I just handle it with professionalism. And, you know, I'm not going to let myself. I'm going to be, you know, and some people have let me go because of the manager. Oh, I don't like her, this, that. But it ain't because they don't like me. They're just mad because I'm getting paid just as much as them, and they got to do more work than me. But it's because, you know, it's not my fault. You settled. That's your problem, you know. And so why are you mad at me? You're hating on me, you know. But see, what happens is when those things happen and I leave to another place, I just go and get more, and that's it. It's like, you can't stop me from doing what I know I'm capable of doing. You can get rid of me, but you're not going to stop me because I'm going to continue. And it's in a humble way, you know, it's like, so then I say, well, wow, you know, I'm going to go over here and get me $2 more. I'm like, thanks for, you know, it's not a rejection. It's a protection. They're not rejecting you. They're just showing you your value. That's all it is.
What were you going to say, Tiffany?
No, for me, I started out at a 4-year university at another university pursuing my master's, but I will say I do agree that going to a first for the money aspect, but for me, because I was on scholarship and other scholarships and grants, that didn't matter. I knew I wanted to go to a 4-year university for one, not just the education because it was a reputable university, but because I wanted to study biology. I wanted to get into I wanted to gain different connections and just be in the face of people who were already where I wanted to be. And that's why I chose the school. And that's just how my life worked out. Because I was in these circles, because I made these connections, I was able to jump from this job to that job. And hey, I don't want to make this, I want to make this. You're only 21. No, this, I'll go to Jeff. He knows me. So it's like, explaining that first.
Because let me tell you, when they don't need you, they ain't gonna care.
Right. So that's what I'm saying with that power, when we were talking about before, sometimes it comes with association. Sometimes it's about who you know, not what you know. Sometimes it's about, I know her and she knows this person, so let me bring her on my. But it was all because I knew what I was talking about. I knew that I could back up what I was saying.
But you know what? Honestly, when it comes to that power of who you know, if I know that someone is, like there was a situation at one of my jobs and I came in and, you know, I come with experience. I have 20 years and, you know, and this and that. It doesn't matter. I mean, someone could come with 5 and they teach me something. It's not about that. I don't take the power in that way. You know what I'm saying? I can always learn something from someone who doesn't know it or been in the field as long as I've been in the field. I'm open to suggestions because, you know, you got the younger generation coming up. They're smart too, you know, and so I embrace them and I say, and I teach them everything I know, you know, because I don't want to be in that same, I want to teach someone everything I know because I'm not going to stay there. I'm going to move up. So I have to teach someone so they can do what they need to do when I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a domino effect. So, you know, I've always been a teacher at heart. So I don't mind teaching. There's this one young girl and, you know, I came in and I heard that she was going to get fired and I left. I'm like, I can't do that to her. She's been here way longer than me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I could go get another job tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And so there was a situation that I could have stood there, but they were already talking on the doctor, you know, this, that, oh, well, she's not learning, this, that. I said, hey, you got to give her time. Like, she's only been doing this for a year. You guys are being impatient with her. And then I come in and they're like, they see a solid team in this, so they want to reject her. And I felt that was unfair because she has been loyal. Everybody else left and she's the only one who stood, she's trying to learn. You know what I'm saying? So I had another opportunity and so I left. So I was like, okay, I feel good now because I know now that I'm gone, she's still going to have her spot. You know what I'm saying? And so that's all. I'm for the people. I'm for what's right, not because I have the experience and now I have power. And oh yeah, most people will be like, yeah, get rid of her. You know what I'm saying? So they can have their spot. But that's not how I roll. You know what I'm saying? And
I made it a point when I saw somebody was struggling to step up at work. I would see people struggling, especially women. That was my thing, to step up and go help and try to, because in my profession, men would let women just fall on their faces. And if I saw you struggling, I was like, girl, come here, let me help you. Let me show you, you know. So I made it a point to do that as well because it's hard to fail on your job.
Yeah. And some people don't want to learn. They want to stay comfortable. So that's not, you know, that's on them, you know. If someone's trying to teach you something, attitude or whatever.
I know we left the school thing, but yeah, there are grants out there. I got a lot of grants that I didn't have to pay back for school. Yeah.
Me too.
And that really helped a lot. So, because my first 2 years, I did not want to take out a loan because you want to save those loans for the last 2 years. So Elliot, I did not take out any loans my first 2 years of school at all. So those loans were helpful. I see Judith said something, but I can't see it.
Especially
Texas, because you said especially women.
Ooh.
Oh. Did he take it off? Yeah. Well, you know what? Men didn't help me when I walked in. When I walked in, they handed me the board and said, "Your mama was so good. Let's see how good you are."
Your generation was really cutthroat like that, and maybe they still are. For me, and I'm not going to tell what great age group I'm in, but it's more like flexible. You know, it's more open and welcome, but it's also more sensitive. Like Westside Judah just said, "You sexist for saying a question."
Oh, is that what he said? You know, and he knows how rough I had it when I first started. So shame on you if I felt like a public service announcement. If I felt like I made any man uncomfortable in this conversation, I truly apologize. Because next week we're having all men on the show.
Well,
it's gonna rain men next week.
In some of my situations, that some women that have grown to power in a certain organization. So I've never worked for in any private sector, but like VP level, they're not gonna look down and help another woman. It's kind of like one for one and one for all. Like it's that token person in the group because it's predominantly men. So they want to stand out. Another woman comes up and it's kind of like we're competing with each other, opposed to helping each other.
Oh, so, wow.
That's another point that I've noticed.
We weren't trying to let well, I wasn't trying to let anyone sing. Now, anytime like some really cute girl came into the job, they were like, this. I was like, you don't like it. She said, you don't like her because she's cute. Stop playing. You know? But then we tried to really work like, as women in my professional, it was hard to get good at your job, you know, because men, until you proved yourself, because at one point they were trying to say women shouldn't make as much as men do because they work harder than we do. I was like, not this girl right here. And if you cut my pay, you better not cut my pay. Because I do everything y'all do. Everything.
Oh my God.
I mean, down to everything. So
I'll ask you this, and bringing it back to the beginning. Why did you choose this?
I don't know. I always I go through my head like what would be a good topic. Sometimes I like to get controversial with the topics, like with this one it was what's more important? What would you choose? You know, like devil's advocate, what do you think is more important in life? Money, power, respect. And like I said, when I started this show, mine was money. I give two flying farts about power, and then I was like, I really don't give a turd about power. And then later I was like, and like where I go, who's not gonna respect me in my house? Eric? And where do I go? But then the more I thought about it and talking with my niece, I was like, oh, I think it might be respect. I don't know. But then the more you talk about it, you think, well, shoot, you can't eat without money or pay your rent. Well, I pay a mortgage, but like, so, you know, I waver, but still, you know, but without respect, you can't really get an income because you go into an interview and you don't do well, you're not getting that job. So, but yeah. And, you know, I look at a lot of people, that whole power, that are so power hungry. Everything is about power. And it just, so what's the verdict? I get a check all the time, so I still have a thing like, don't disrespect me. I cannot tolerate disrespect, and I know respect don't. Was that RESPECT? Find out what it means to me. Disrespect me, and you might find out how much respect means to me.
No. Change. Remember, you know, you're good at that.
But nobody has disrespected me in years. So, I haven't been truly. I got truly tested once in a long time. Yeah. So, and I didn't hit. Now that's how you know I passed, because I did not use my fist. I truly did not, and that shows how far I've come.
Good
I
job.
I think that was my test. You know how I always say the Lord, like when you keep asking for something and asking for something, and He doesn't just give it to you. He kind of like puts obstacles in your way to see if you overcome your challenges. And I think that's what happens. Like, okay, you prayed for a certain thing. Have you finally overcome that leap? And when I did not use my fists, I've overcome that challenge. Because that, my fists have been my go-to, my fists and my feet. I've grown up so much. And I'm quite proud of myself. And my mouth is getting better also. Like, I could tear you up with my words that you wish I had just smacked you. That's my children. That isn't a joke. That's not for real. I was never verbally abusive to my kids. Girl, I punch you in the throat comments. I can't see his comments. They're not coming up. It's coming up faster on the so I don't know. I just really thought about all these power hungry people that are just the need to be powerful. Like you don't have anything. The way that someone can really like get a whole gang to like have a shootout or like kill somebody or just or they can do the peace treaty. So not just the gang situation, just it was a power piece that made me. And what goes with power? Money and respect. So, now I can see it. Girl, I'll punch you in that uncovered eye. Do something. Oh my goodness. So funny. Comic relief always. See, that's usually how I deal with threats. I just start laughing. And you ain't gonna do nothing. Thank you, OGC. Yeah, we're about to wrap it up. I wanted to add this last one because it really like goes into my what you just asked me too. Why are so many dishonest people respected?
There are so many dishonest people around. So if you are in the same belief as me, I'm an honest person, I'm a follower. I'm surround myself with this people. If I'm a hater, if I'm a hating person, I'm a myself with people that look at all these racist people, look at all these bigots, all these people who pride themselves on hate. Look at all of their followers, right?
Yes.
It's what you strive to be and strive to be. So it's that person you strive to be. You're gonna respect, allow them the influence over you. So,
that was a great answer. Great answer. Monica,
what was the question?
Why are so many dishonest people respected and adored?
Well, I think people who follow dishonest people, they're just they don't have their own identity. They're just, me personally, I'm a leader, so if I have to walk alone, then if someone's being that way, I'm not gonna just get caught up in the crowd. It's a sign of you don't know like an identity. Like you have to follow the crowd because if you know someone's dishonest, then like why would you want to follow that? You know what I'm saying? And we all have been. It's not a perfection. In life, we all can be dishonest for our own personal gain. I'm not going to exclude myself, but someone who's just a habitual liar and a dishonest person, that's their life, then I don't want to be around someone like that because, the reality is we're born into sin. So we're gonna do things that we don't, and even when we do it, we feel bad later. You have some people who are dishonest and they don't even feel bad at all because they're gaining something, you know. And so to me, they don't have character. You know, they don't have character. They have to use others to gain. And that's my take on that. Like, just, you know, and sometimes we do have to stand alone because you got a lot of people around you who are dishonest, but I might not judge them in a way where I'm going to just say, you know, I just won't. There's situations like in my life where people will say this or say that, or I know they're being dishonest. I'm not going to sit there and agree. I'm just going to stay quiet because I have to answer to myself. I got to lay down my head at night and know that I have a good conscience and a good soul, you know, and if someone does do that, or if they try to put me in a situation where they're going to make me look like dishonest, I'm going to have to just speak on it and be like, no, you did that. You said that. I didn't say that. You know, like, I'm going to have to confront the situation because, like, how are you going to put me in a situation and make me look like the bad guy when you're the dishonest person? If anything, you know, it's like sometimes people will pull you into their mess. And you don't even ask for that. You're just at the wrong place at the wrong time. And then all of a sudden you're in the mess and you're like, whoa, how did that happen? You know? And so you just have to communicate and just say, hey, you know what? I didn't say it like that, or I didn't mean it like that, or they're the one.
Yeah.
And not telling on them, but because people like that, you do have to say what they did because they'll just try to like.
I won't do that. I won't do that. Turbo, it's you're not interrupting. It's about money, power, and respect. But you know what? Sometimes I've been pulled into things like that. Like I said this, or I said that. But I don't. I've been stuck. Like I never said it. Like those twists. I didn't say that. How did I go from this to that? But I don't get into the you said this and you said that, and I don't get into the I'm gonna confront that person. I just let you rock with what you said. If that's what you think. But I'll be like, and if another person was there when I said, I was like, let me check and see if that's what I said. Because maybe, you know, sometimes I get to drinking. Did I say that? And if they say you didn't say that, I said, okay, and I let that person rock with whatever they said. Or I know someone is blatantly saying I said something and I know I didn't say it. And someone says you said that. I said, no, I didn't. I didn't say that. But I don't call that person and say, why you lie on me? I don't
address them that way. So what I'm saying is, like, if I don't address nobody, put it that way, you know, I fight my battles on my knees. That's just how I roll. So
because I let them use them in
that way.
And I don't let
situation comes to a head and they try to throw, like, let's just say it's all coming out and everybody's, you know, and the person that they're trying to throw me under the bus with comes and confronts me, you know what I'm saying, or says something that I said, then I'm going to say, no, let's just all have a conversation. And then we'll just because it's only right that and I'm not trying to defend myself. God's my defender. And trust me, quiet, he'll defend me every single time. And they'll just turn on each other, you know. But what I'm saying is there is times where you do have to use wisdom and have a conversation with the person and say, hey, I don't think that was fair that you said that because that's not what I meant, you know, or try to address it in that manner. I'm not talking about addressing it like in a fighting way.
Yeah, it's just happened to me so much. Like, and you know, I always tell people, whatever I said, I'll say to your face. So they said I said it behind your back. You know they lying. Have you not picked up on that about me?
Whatever you say, you can say twice.
I get in so much trouble for stuff that I say. So you know, I ain't afraid to say it to your face. Trust me.
Yeah, well, you know. And that's a problem too with honest people, you know. We are honest, too honest sometimes, you know.
I always get the
another issue, you know.
I get the Diddy, you didn't have to say that. I'm like, I'm so sorry. So I definitely don't have to say it behind your back. Trust and believe. What did I pull out? Oh, but with the I don't hang around dishonest people. As soon as I find out that you're a creepy crawler, I have to, like, I don't respect dishonest people. I don't like dishonest people. I don't hang around dishonest people. They got to go. Yeah, so I find out, and I'm not talking about like, is this do you like my hairstyle? And this, you done spend 5 hours getting your hair braided, and I don't like your dookie braids. I'm not gonna say, ooh, girl, that does.
Yeah, that happened to me. But I don't like it. It doesn't fit my head, or like
Yeah. And I'm not talking about that. And I'm not talking about like if you tell me something and somebody is having a conversation about what you told me, I'm not gonna tell you what that person told me. I'm not talking about that kind of just whatever you and I talk about is me and you. I don't care. I'm a vault. So I'm not talking about that kind of person. I'm just talking about that. What is it? My husband calls the lady if anyone ever watched In Living Color, the lady in the window. You better ever talk about Bertrice. If you talk about Bertrice, you know Bertrice on crack. I'm talking about that kind of person. I just can't. Or then, and I don't follow famous person. I don't look up to famous people. I just, if you don't have some type of faith in your life, I like to have good, wholesome people around me. So yeah, I thought that was.
Of course,
and there's so many despicable people in the world.
Yeah.
So,
it's true.
Tiffany, somebody wants your number in the comments. They said you look good in there, girl. So next week we're doing a show. When I said it's gonna be raining men next week, we're doing a show next week is what's the title? It's about do men still want to get married? That's what we're talking. Yes.
So all you men out there in the chat, you guys better,
So come back next week because I want to know. And that show I got because somebody texted me that is like, do men want to still get married? What's going on in this world? So I want to know, men, do you still want to get married? So that's what we're talking about next week.
That's a good topic. That's a real good topic.
And next month we're gonna do. Every month I'm gonna try to fill the screen with men, and we're gonna talk. Next month I think we're gonna talk to married men.
Because the women want to know too. Because the
women want to know.
They want to know what the men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm married, so I shouldn't be talking.
It's still a topic you're interested in with these men nowadays. That's why I didn't invite Big D. I got Big D next month on married people because Big D is married. Yeah. So, but I was like, Big D wouldn't know if people want to get married. He's married. So.
Oh, he didn't want to get married at first.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, Charlie, no migraine for me. It's against my long-term health. Oh, no marriage for me. I know what my Charlie, you better be here next week. I could have had you on the show. People that don't want to get married. Be here next week, Charlie, so we can put your
you haven't found the right one yet.
Because the husband thought he was
trying to kill you. Married. You sure don't want to marry them?
I know we should get G up on that panel. G, you gonna be on the panel?
If they're trying to kill you, you better marry a nurse.
Okay. Ellie, I don't think G gonna get up on that panel. I think G wants to get married one day. I don't think he's allergic to it. Thank you, OG Steve. OG Steve will be on the panel next week, ladies, so please be here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good one.
Oh, yeah. So we appreciate you, OG Steve. We appreciate everyone that contributed to the conversation
so supportive
with us tonight. We appreciate when you come and join us. We have extended our hour by 18 minutes. That means we had a great conversation. And we appreciate everyone. Please hit that like button. And I appreciate you hanging out with us Saturday again. That's Tiff, the lovely, wonderful Tiff. She will be joining us time to time on our panel whenever she's free on Saturdays. We're trying to get our panel up for fresh ideas. And you see, she got some fresh. I like fresh ideas, different ideas. I don't want everyone to always agree. I like when we don't all agree. I like that. But we kind of agreed on mostly everything today. But you bring fresh ideas to us, Tiff. So we want you back. LaLa should be back next week. She got off work late today. And then we love when Monica is here with us. So
thank you for inviting me.
Always.
I was a little late, man. I was still at the gym, like, I gotta go. I
saw you tap in.
Thank you, though.
Okay, bye, Turbo. Bye, you guys. Everyone. Hey, if you missed last night's interview, we had a just an amazing
Thank
15-year-old
you.
last
Love
night.
you, brother. Love you, brother. Bye, Didi. Bye. See you
Bye,
next
you guys. Thank
Have a
you.
good
See you
night.
next
Okay,
week.
sounds good. Yes.
Wow.
Hey, if you guys missed last night's interview, please go and check it out. We had an amazing little 15-year-old. He talked like he wasn't 15. Talked about his lowriders, his dad's lowriders, his photography, what he wants to do in the future. You know, we don't get 15-year-olds like that. My 21-year-old always talks about the future, but he's still trying to figure out his life, and he's 21 years old. So this little kid was amazing. So make sure you go back and watch that interview. And of course, we got LaLa and G-Lew doing Oldies Rule Forever tomorrow. You definitely don't want to miss that. And yes, I hope everyone has a great weekend. Me too, Vanessa. God bless and stay safe. We love you, Vanessa. Love your support constantly. And Elia, Nay, Vanessa, Traveling Charlies, anyone that I missed in the comments, thanks for hanging out with us. You guys make my Saturday so special. I love doing this with you guys. It is so much fun. And if there's a topic that you want us to discuss in here, drop in the comments, DM me. I will definitely take that challenge on. And don't forget, next week we are having a panel of men, so that's going to be exciting. So go ahead, G-Lew, drop that video.
Money, power, respect. Keep a lifeline, keep a lifeline. You ever caught like me, yeah? I reach the stars from the stairs, yeah. I love when it's real, it's rare out here, yeah. I show love when it's real, it's rare out here, yeah. Seen it with my own two eyes, block status. Prayed it with my own two hands, that's magic. And I did it 10 toes down, that's man shit. Man shit, childish manish. Ooh, fuck it, dance then. Where your hands at, yeah? What's your fight go? Where your plans at, yeah? Hit the iPhone when you land, yeah. Just so I know when you land. Money, power.
Eating life, money, power, respect. Eating right, money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. Money, power, respect.
This is a beat that I can freak. Just drop the rails. Bless a nigga with the ill. Y'all niggas know my skill. Action from the grills. Hit 'em up, split 'em up, wet 'em up. And watch 'em come, get 'em up, shut 'em up. When you do dirt, you get dirt. Bitch, I make your shit hurt. Step back like I did work. This ain't no fucking game. You think I'm playing? Till you land? To where the junkyard decaying? Mom's at home praying. You're coming home, but you not. You sitting up in the trunk, starting to rot. And hell is hot, though, because I'm here now, baby. It's going down, baby. Get the 4 pound, baby. And let off up in a nigga. Especially if he think he bigger. Get my motherfucking trigger. Did I? Can I get mine? Is it gone? DMX represent me one time. It's on.
Money, power, respect.
Hey, I was sitting here trying to add stuff to the comment section. Of course, I got caught off guard. I put my Instagram page in the comment section. I put Monica's Instagram page in the comment section. I saw someone said they just subscribed. Thank you so much. We're trying to build G-Lew up to, what are we at, 19,000, up to 20,000. So please subscribe. And now I'm posting my YouTube channel to, I hope this is mine. That is mine, to the comments. So please follow me. I am going to have I haven't posted a video in like 3 weeks, but I'm going to start posting at least twice a week on my channel. Now that February is over, I think my life is now calm. It's been calm for a whole week. I've been editing all week. This book that I'm editing is so great. I can't wait till we get it released. I'm afraid to tell you the title. Okay, just because you're on the show. It's called Blood Cousins. This book is like, I think it's in the 80s. So good. So good. And it is a hood book. So, but when I do release this book, I'm going to be pumping this book up. It is so good, about 2 little cousins from different rival gangs, and they are truly blood cousins. And they have to figure out how to get along. Oh my goodness, such a great read. And editing it is amazing. So I'll be letting you know when I drop that book on my publishing company. And of course, Black Widow is still out there. Ramsey's Rising. I got a lot of books out on Amazon. Go check me out, Dee Hairston, on Amazon. Spelled just like hair and then stun. I have a lot of great books. And it was great hanging out with you guys. See you tomorrow. Oldies Rule Forever with LaLa and G-Lew. Love y'all. See you guys tomorrow.